Morning, friends. I am back. I thought I would come on today and show you an idea that was actually inspired by one of the comments in one of my previous videos. I decided to make mini banners using some of my branding strips and some of my washi that I just put down on some scrap pieces of cardstock. I also grabbed some of my larger white strips and I used one of my border punches, well, 3 of my border punches, to cut an interesting edge on these. This is a great way to use your thin strips, and it's actually a great way to use up your 6x6 or 6x8 paper pads that have a hole in the middle. So I am going to go and cut a few more, and I will be back and show you the next step. I will apologize for snoring that you may hear in the background. As usual, the doggies are around me as I'm doing my voiceover and they are napping. So I am just sitting and cutting, fishtailing all of these. This is a great activity to do if you're sitting in front of the TV or while you're watching a show in your craft room. I have a little washi tape cutter that I could have used for this, but it was just a lot easier to sit and do this with my scissors, so that's what I did. And as you can see, I'm not really overthinking any of them. Some of them are longer, some shorter. There may even be a couple of branding strips in here from a 12x12 pad that I have. So I'm just kind of cutting them down into random lengths and stacking them. Okay, so now I am just going to grab some contrasting patterns or colors and just put a little dab of glue, nothing too crazy, and kind of offset. So I will put you on fast forward again while I do this. The comment that inspired this was somebody asked if I could do some like stubby banners. I may actually do those next, but these ones are a little bit longer, and I envisioned using them on my title cards or even as like a little spot just to add a little sticker or something on, say, a 3x4 photo. Oftentimes there are little things in the corners of my photos that I would rather cover over because they're not really what I wanted to take a picture of. So this will allow me to camouflage some little parts of photos that I don't actually want. So these ones that I'm doing right now are the washi tape ones, and I had just some white cardstock in my stash, and I just grabbed it out and just sat and put little strips of washi on each of them, and they've been sitting in my drawer now for a while. And then I got thinking about the little banners and decided that I would also use the washi strips for that. In the end, it turned out really well. I like the variety of patterns and stuff that you can get for an activity like this. Really good use. Okay, so I am going to see which ones I want to put a little topper on, and then I'm going to run these through my sewing machine with some gold thread. So I will be right back. And I'm back. Apologies if you can hear the snow blower outside, but we got a pretty good dump of snow yesterday, so hubby is out tidying up. So I ran these through my sewing machine, and now I'm just going to sit here and cut them apart. It's so satisfying to have these all in one big long strip, and then you just go through and cut the thread. It's very nice. I actually also took some of my little DIY embellishments that you do not see in this video and ran them through my sewing machine as well. I think I'll post a picture of those up on Instagram. So there we go. All done. And just going to clean up some of the little sewing threads there. Alrighty, I'm back. So some of them I put the little white decorative edge on. I'm going to have to do something to salvage that guy. I was adjusting the stitch style and the length in a few of my little embellishments, and I think that stitch count was just, it was too narrow, and it actually cut through the paper. Oop, missed a string. I'm really looking forward to using my new kit, because a lot of these things are things that I love in other people's scrapbooking, but I just never think to do them myself. This one I went horizontal. I did that on a couple. Just thought it might be a nice anchor spot for like a word sentiment or something. And some of them I didn't put the little white topper on just because they were too narrow, and I don't really think it would have been worth the fuss and bother. So I'm just going to leave these messy. Hey, get out from under my desk. The gremlin is back. Yeah, I'm just going to leave these messy because I like the texture that it adds. And that's that. All right, friends, so thank you for coming to hang out with me, and that's it for me for today, and I will see you next video.